Hello guys, welcome to my review of Artrage. Here's a little mini review. This is going to be an interesting insight into how cool Artrage is. As you can see, I love digital art, and Artrage has been a fantastic blessing for me in disguise, because not only Artrage is one of the best well-used art programs ever made, it also paints pictures like you do in real life outside of your iPad or your computer, which is absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend you download this app, because there are groups on Facebook that use this app as well, and the paintings are absolutely fantastic. This is the layout of the gallery, so they updated it quite a bit since I last bought it, like last couple of years ago. It's changed a lot. The interface is a lot cleaner, it's a lot more easier to navigate, because it was a bit cluttered in some aspects of how you put your paintings on, and also the tools have been redefined, and also there's new cool features that are totally awesome. I'll show you one of my examples that I'm working on of Harmonious Ghostbusters. So basically what you do is, here's your gallery view. You go from left and right like you do in a gallery. Then all you have to do, I'll show you an example of my recent works that I've been working on. You just press edit, it launches the app. Here is the layout. Right, I'll minimize this and I'll minimize this because that's easier to work with, and shrink these down. So basically this is your layout for your iPad, or this. I wouldn't recommend getting the smartphone version of the Artrage. It's not very good. In fact, it's one of the worst apps I ever used on the smartphone, so I deleted it afterwards. You know why? It didn't have no watercolor feature on the iPhone. So I thought, where's the full set of tools? But at least the iPad version is far supreme and far easier and more accessible. It makes sense with you. If you got an Apple Pencil, you can get an iPad Pro and you can create artworks using Artrage, and that has also been enabled as well. So this is how the layout looks out. Here's your settings down here, so you can change all the loading and the thinners and the pressure and the size of your brush, which is quite easy to do. All you have to do is slide your finger, and then here's your tools. The one feature I do use quite a lot. I use a lot of pencil work. I use a lot this paint here. I use the pencil, and I use this pen to do a lot of outline work, which is quite cool. And also watercolor brush is absolutely brilliant, and it's really cool. And here are your layers. So basically the amount of layers you need to create artworks is very simplified. It's right in the corner, you can't miss it. And also you can hide the image and reappear the image. Or what I tend to do, I tend to merge some of these images down to make it one piece of work, so it's easier to keep it easier to draw on top of it again and again. But you can experiment on how you want to use your layers to your advantage. So here is the references. I use the reference from the internet. So what I try not do, I do not endorse this. I do not endorse tracing, because tracing is a lazy form of art. If you're not really a real artist, if you're using tracing, but some people might use tracing to do outline work to redefine it a little bit better. But in my opinion, it just makes you a lazy artist. But I prefer to use the eye. Your eye is a very valuable tool of seeing perspective, so I would definitely use just the reference images and then change it a little bit as you go along. Make it cartoonified, make it more unnatural, make it your style, which is the whole point of Artrage. It's what it's about. And here is a very cool feature. So say I want this color, so if I get this picker, I want this color, and then what I do, press this button down here and it will save to your folder. So you don't have to go like this, going, oh, which color should I put put on paint next. It's a lot easier and it's a lot quicker to manage. And this is basically how it is. And obviously if you collect this oil brush, you can change loading, you can put more loading onto it. So there's there's a lot of imagination involved, and if you can create some beautiful works, you're truly a good artist. Anyone can be a good artist. Your power of your imagination is a big wide open world. You can use a lot of. Some people use different programs to, like eye colorama and stuff like that. But I find just keep to the one program that you're used to, because it makes sense, doesn't it? And I'll show you this this button down here. There's a little paint and a little guide down the bottom. So this is quite simplified. All you do is save your painting. I do recommend you save quite often, because sometimes when you create a long period of like 2 hours or 3 hours into the work, and you go, oh, I love this, and then you forgot to save. And sometimes this app can crash, but with future updates it shouldn't happen. The cool thing about this new function is the print painting option. So basically when you create the painting, you can easily print it from your iPad to your printer, which is quite a cool feature. And basically you can create a new painting. Artrage community page is for people to submit their art. I have used it and it doesn't seem that popular to me. I don't know, maybe I'm not using it right, but I think more updates will get these things fixed. So there's online support, there's help files, you can send feedback, so maybe you can send feedback about certain tools that are not in the program, which is kind of useful thing. Preferences, so if you press on preferences, you see there's a wealth of options here. You can connect to Dropbox, which is quite useful. And you can also upload DeviantArt, which is quite ace, I suppose. It's pretty ace program. And thank you for watching this video. Please rate and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Catch you later.